Broadsword. Danny Boy. It is a wonderful, warm welcome to the Kerava National Cricket Ground this afternoon for a 5:30 start in the Finnish Premier League qualifier stage of the tournament, the Eliminator. And the Eliminator today is between Vantaa Legends and Empire Lions, who finished 3rd and 4th in the National Finnish Premier League for 2025 round robin stage, 14 match event as was. News from the toss is that Vantaa won the toss, who decided to bat. So it'll be the Empire Lions first in the field for the first innings of this match. The winner of this game will go on to play the loser of this morning's qualifier 1, for those of you that may have missed that production. The match was won by SKK. So SKK proceed to the FPL final automatically, and the losers of that match will play the winners of this one. So the Greater Helsinki Markors lost the game this morning. They will play qualifier 2 for the second spot in the final against the winner of this game. The loser of this game, the season ends here today. So one of these two teams will be finishing up for the Finnish Premier League 2025 season. We have a wonderful sunny evening here at Kerava. It's around about 21, 22 degrees, maybe just touching 23. Mostly sunny. Here is the expectation for the next few hours. And looks like we have Sasindu Wijamuni and Pavan Kumarapeli Arachige, the full name. Pardon the pronunciation if it wasn't quite right. Best as I can do. And two officials for today, Debashish Roy, Samantha, the two gentlemen in the pink shirts, as we're getting off with Nick Salonen to start the first over from the residential end. He's in and immediately off to a quick single to short mid-wicket. With Jamuni it was. It got the Vantaa score off the mark here this afternoon. Salonen going full there to Finnish national squad colleague Pavan. Left-hand bat, first ball up, straight through the keeper. That one just short of a length, played down backward of square, and they'll come back for a second. Just nicely played off, flicked off the hip by Pavan. Salonen, right arm over. Full length, he gets enough wood on that to take it over the ring. Just wide of mid-off to the left-handed Pavan. So again, come back for two. So good sharp start. Couple of twos and a single with the first four balls. Intent. Swing and a miss. Straight through the keeper. Today, Jordan O'Brien with the gloves. Just straying with his line, Salonen to the left-handed Pavan. It's through to the keeper down the leg side. Wide is the signal. That one just dabbed out to point, the fielder there, and there's no run. So the end of the first, 6 without loss. Let's see, it'll be Amjad Sher, I suspect. Yep, Amjad Sher to take the second over from the water tower end. And he will be bowling to Sindhu Jamuni. back forcefully through the hands of Ramjacher and his follow through, and they'll come through for a single. Not quite sure whether he got anything on that. Maybe clipped a finger on the way through. Let's see whether that's the case. Anyway, strike is changed, bringing left-handed Pavan to face. Let's see again, standard regulations, T20s, power play 6 overs, 2 fielders allowed outside the ring during that period of time. Shares in again. Fishing in that one, that's through to the keeper, no run. And for the benefit of viewers, we've got backward point right out on the boundary, and a fine leg, who's the guy that comes round to field that one. So just come through for a single. Bring Widjamuni, the right-hander, back onto strike. So a dot and 2 singles so far of Sher's first 3. Beautiful afternoon. Bit of cloud in the sky, but otherwise the sun shining straight into the commentary box here, which is a little bit difficult for yours truly, but very nice in terms of warmth. There's a bit of a fumble in the ring, and sure enough, there's enough of a fumble to enable Vantaa batters to come back for a second. Shouldn't have been a second there, honestly speaking, but as it was. Throw coming back in, I think it's just clipped the arm of Pavan as he was sliding into his ground. We'll have a bit of patching him up here, but it seems okay. 12th man back off again. I was thinking, well, that was going to go to a field, but to a fielder, no. It's Raz Mohammed, I think it is, that came round to sweep on that one from deep mid wicket. Didn't quite get hold of it, but enough to come back for a 2. Shares in again. This time hit straight at mid-off, but quick enough off the mark to take another single, which just brings us to the end of the second over. It's at 13, so 7 off that one, off on no loss at the end of 2. And that's 4. Widjamuni straight back past the bowler. 4 runs pretty much as soon as it left the bat, that one. Sweet shot. Salonen again. And just about to say he was dropped at mid-wicket, but managed to keep hold of it on the rebound. And that was 64. Who's that? Arsene Majid managing to take hold of that one. I was just about to say that Widjimuni looking like $1 million here, and he's just chipped that one straight to short mid. With the score on 17, so 17 for the loss of the first wicket here in the first innings of the Eliminator. Widjimuni really looking as though he was going to be set for a score here today, and there we go. Sandun Tanuka is the new batter. Who will be facing as Widjimuni it was who was facing Salonen as he chipped that one to short mid. Not a batter that I'm familiar with, this one. Another left-hander, so we're going to have two left-hands. Wide enough slash at that one. Is the third man going to come around to get it? Don't think he does. 4 runs. Off the mark with a swipe through a vacant gully region. No foot movement, it just followed it, and there was nobody in gully. And the fielder out there is literally at the backward point to the left hander, so he was really going to struggle to cut that one off. And again, Salonen beats him outside the off stump. I'm not sure what it was that keeper O'Brien wanted to tell his skipper, but ran all the way across to short mid to tell him. Anyway, Salonen in again. Another swing and a miss from Tanuka. He's not going to die trying. So 4 edge through gully and then 2 swipe and a miss straight through to the keeper. We'll call it a swipe. Salonen in again. Last ball of the third. There's another attempt at getting an edge on that one. Doesn't do so. That's straight through the keeper end of the over. That'll be 21 for 1. That's 2 boundary 4s, a wicket and 3 dots to finish the over from Salonen. And an immediate change from the water tower end. It'll be Raz Mohammed to take the 4th over. Share just given the single over to start with. Let's see how Empire mix up their bowlers here today. 3 main seamers in Salonen, Share and Raz Mohammed. And then after that, Hariharan Dandapani and bowlers spin. And not sure after that who will be the 5th bowler. Could be a mix between Nabin, Sabkota and maybe even Van Padal might get it an over or 2 in here. So Raz Mohammed into Pavan. It's Straight to short cover, no run. This one is hit to Innigs, I think it is, 42 at short, mid-on. Didn't manage to cut off the single. Good running between the wickets, again between these two. It's Mohammed in. Attempted backhander run out at the non-striker's end from Raz Mohammed in follow through. Crafty. Pavan made his ground though. Just. Oh, incredible. I was just about to say, as Pavan played a similar shot to a couple of balls ago, straight to mid-on. That one they took a single to Salonen. This time he was a little bit tighter, and Tanuka set off from the non-striker's end. Run out with a direct hit. Just enough of a hesitation, a couple of strides forwards, and not enough time to get back. Good work from Salonen. That's the second wicket down at 23. Madawa Basnayaka, number 66, will be in at 4 for Vantaa. So back to a left and right hand batting pair now, as Basnayaka joins Pavan Kumarapeli at the crease. Raz Mohammed with the final ball of the fourth. He's in. Played just past the bowler. Mid off, then coming nicely around to just stop that one. There's no run, so 23 for the loss of 2 at the end of the fourth. Good over from umpire's perspective there. Wicket down and only 2 runs off that one. And let's see what we're going to have for the 5th over of the power play from the residential end. Looks like Sher is going to be changing ends, taking his second over from the residential and having bowled the first one from the Kirava Town water tower. And he's going to be bowling to Madawa Basnayaka, another national team colleague. Full and straight, as he normally is at this stage of the innings. Amjad Just generally drifting a ball away from the right-handed batter. Same again there, straight through the keeper. So 2 dots to start his second over from Scher. He's in again. Fuller. This one just one bounce to the fielder, Dandapani at mid-on. A bit quicker with that one. Then there was again another bit of a risky single, but still decided to go early enough. It would have needed a sharp piece of fielding to actually run him out there at the non-striker's end, but as it was, made his ground before the throw came in. So left-handed batter Pavan Kumarapilli will face Scher's 4th ball. On the 5th over, Scher's in. Straight back to the ball, no run. And the field out to Pavan at the moment is he's got a deep square leg and a deep fine leg. 2 fielders outside the ring for this penultimate over of the power play. Scher's in again. Oh, just hesitates in the run-up. Dead ball. Umpire Debashi's signals and go back to the top of his mark. Fuller one from Scher. It's well hit by Pavan. Just beats the first fielder in the ring. But not the second one, but they still managed to come through for a single. Quite a tight one in the end. It's hit quite sharply to the fielder and picked up cleanly for sweeping across from mid-on to the left-hander was Salonen, 42. It's floated slow ball from Scher to finish the 5th over with the score on 25. So just 2 off that one again. So a couple of tight overs here from Empire. Just going at 5s. Vantaa, first 5 overs. Let's see, will it be? Yeah, it will be Raz Mohammed to continue to take the final over of the power play for Empire from the water tower end. And it's Pavan, left-hander, facing. Wild swipe at that one, no contact, straight through the keeper, O'Brien. Shorter one from Raz Mohammed. Quite sure it looked like Pavan was a bit early even on that one, trying to just pull it to the vacant, or through the vacant square leg area. 2 fielders out for him at the moment are Dandapani at 3rd man and Scher at deep extra on the boundary. There's another dot ball from a full toss straight to the fielder just in the ring at extra cover. And a replay, no wood on any of these, as Pavan Kumarapilli seems to be struggling to pick the line here, and he plays and misses 3 consecutive balls. He's getting himself a bit stuck here. Stabs that one down. Just into the leg side, they'll just come for 1 as it's fielded just on the ring by the mid-wicket fielder. First run of the over, which brings Vasnayaka back on strike. For the last ball of the power play, 6th over. Bowled again, full and straight from Raza Mohammed. Not much Madawar can do with that one, except just pad it out. Finish the 6th on 26, just a single coming off that over. 26 for the loss of 2. So Empire's power play, I have to say, for the first 6 overs of this innings. Only 26 runs scored by the Vantaa batters. And 2 wickets down. So Empire Lions will be the more pleased of the 2. Interesting bowling change, as for those of you listening earlier, I was wondering who the 4th and 5th bowlers might be. Well, one of the options was Van Padal, and he's going to be bowling the 7th straight after the power play. Maybe the plan here just to sneak in a couple of cheeky little part-time off spin with the pressure on the 2 Vantaa batters not having got away in the power play. Now the end of the power play, the field can be set back a little bit more. Let's see where he's going to place his fielders outside the ring. 5 now can be outside. We've got, it's going to be facing, it's going to be left-handed Pavan first up. So we've got a long on, we have a deep mid-wicket, we have a wide long off, short slapped. And the man that I didn't see just to the right of the commentary box, who managed to field that one. So it's a straight long gone fielder. Just take 2, too short. It's a better length. Ooh, and that one is just paddled over the inner ring fielders, and it'll roll away for 4. So we're 402 to start this over from Padal. Just a change of the field. Salen has come out to what is to the left-hander cow corner, deep mid. And the long off, he'll field that one just for the single. Long off, long on. And to the right-hander. So Salana coming into the ring. Have a cover sweeper. Long on, long off, cow corner, and a deep mid. Pretty much the same field. Set now to the right-hander. Fuller length, and that's chipped over the ring. Throw a little bit wayward into the non-strikers and come back for 2. Through to the keeper, no run, slightly quicker one. probably more like the pace that he needs to bowl, I think. Comes too slow, it gives him too much time. And again, squirted through that vacant mid-off region. Shared a little bit quicker to come round this time, and then the throw into the keepers, and there's no second run, so just a single. Finish up the 7th on 36. So 10 off that one. .36 for the loss of 2. The sunshine just going behind that single cloud up to my right, above the top right-hand corner of the commentary box. I wouldn't complain if they give me some relief from the sun shining straight into the eyes, but anyway, lovely early evening sunshine here at Kerava. A few people in the crowd as well. Got some calypso, if you can catch that in the background, turn your volume up. Some of the Vantaa travelling fans just outside the boundary to the far right-hand side of the commentary box. And it'll be Dandapani to bowl the 8th over. From the water tower end, and he'll be bowling first up to the right-handed Madhawa Basnayaka. We've got deep mid-wicket, deep cow corner, long on. Cover point. That's a wide. And a long off who was camouflaged behind the umpire when I looked up. So anyway, Dandapani in. That's full toss, which he politely pats straight into the waiting hands of, was it Salonen, I think, at deep mid-wicket. So a bit of a cheap wicket, but have them anywhere you can. Not sure whether that was the height on that one, but umpires were happy with it. So straight down the throat of deep square leg. First legitimate ball of his first over, so that's 37 for the loss of the 3rd. Vantaa wicket. We need a partnership here. And new batter to the crease is number 43. Let's see where that is on the list. Gihan Silva. Silva coming in at 5. Well, somewhat of a challenging situation here for Vantaa, because they've not really got away to much of a start, and they don't want to go losing any more wickets now for a short while. Looks like another lefty. Is that 3 from 5, I think, so far? This batting lineup of Vantaa. Left-handers. So it'll be 2 left-handers again at the crease, as it was before the previous batter, Basnayaka, joined the action. He's now departed. So Dandapani 1 for 1 from his first. Silva just pats that one down into the vacant short mid, and Dandapani comes round to field it himself. Off his own bowling, there'll be no run. And another, I was going to say rank full toss, but that's pretty much what it was. Tend not to mix our words here in the commentary box, and this one is just, again, top edged around the corner. I think it was Padal that was underneath that one. So another Vantaa batter departs cheaply. with the score still on 37. So all sorts of trouble here for Vantaa this afternoon. It's skipper Ravi Kahingala who comes to the crease. After Silva departing second ball, duck, and Kahingala it is, will face fourth ball of the 8th over from Dandapani. Pitches this one, just nurdled out to mid-on fielder, so single. Bringing his partner, left-handed opening bat Pavan, back on to strike, who's 15 from 21 currently. He's really going to need to take this on from here. Squirts this one just backward. Backward a square, and they'll take a single. O'Brien breaks the stumps. Ravi Kahingala made his ground. No run. So 39 for 4 at the end of the 8th. 2 wickets down for addition of 3 runs in that over. Pendulum certainly swinging back towards, or should I say even more towards, Empire here at the moment. Vantaa batter's giving the wickets away. Pedals in to Pavan, just short of a length. Doesn't make any contact. As Pedal continues in again. Oops. Short, and he's hit that one. Oh, and the fielder Salonen, I was just about to say straight down his throat, but he slips on his back, literally as the ball was coming towards him, and the ball just sailed over his head as Salonen is lying horizontal in the lovely lush turf of Carver National Cricket Ground. Regards to the groundsman. I think Nick will be happy about that one, landing up on his bum. And we expected just to be pouching a pretty straightforward catch straight down his throat at deep, cow corners of the left-hander. Shots of stay on the boundary from the bowler. Yeah, probably rightly so, at least based on that last one. Salonen just creeping in a few metres, then off the boundary rope before the ball was hit, and then slipping on his back as the ball just conveniently bounced right above where he would have been standing. But now it is to continue fuller length. No run. So Padal 26 into left-handed Pavan. He's edged that one. It's just managed to go avoid the fielder at backward square leg. Just floats out of his reach. And then come back for 2. So 6 off this over then thus far. The first 4 balls of the over, that is. That's Padal's in again, fuller length. Swing and a miss. O'Brien, the keeper, has missed it as well, and they'll come through for 2. Two byes to the keeper. Not quite sure what the keeper was missed, how he missed that one. But, straight through, batter and keeper. Full toss this time, straight to Salonen at cow corner in the ring. Sorry, on the rope, just a single. .48 for 4 at the end of the 9th. So 2 overs for 17 from Padal. Empire probably happy with that. A part-time spinner, not too bad. Have to find a few overs from, should I say, not so regular bowlers. After the 3 main seamers, and Dandapani were hoping to make up another 4. He was a little bit scratchy in the first over, even though the figures would suggest otherwise. 2 wickets to full tosses, as Pavan just plays that one. Just the left-hand side of the point fielder, and there's an overthrow as well, so they come back for 2, needlessly. Wayward throw from number 10, Sharma. Another single. Kalingana decided to go aerial, and I think Salonen it is that's under this one. And there's another catch. Was it Salonen or was it? No, sorry, Arsan Majid. It was, I thought it was Salonen's hair, but it wasn't. It was, I don't know, some sort of flappy cap. But anyway, in any case, it's another wicket to Dandapani. 51, the loss of 5. As Kahingala fails to score more than the 1. So the wheels coming off here for Vantaa Legends if somebody doesn't hang around with opener Pavan Kumarapeli. They're going to be into all sorts of trouble. 5 down in the 10th. New bat number 7. Let's have a look on my sheet. Nalaka Mohoti in at 7. So Vantaa here struggling, scoring runs and losing wickets as well. Need to have some form of consolidation here. A partnership between these two desperately needed. Even if it means a couple of overs of just the odd single and two, then that'd be better than what they've had in the last 3 overs. Losing now 3 wickets since the end of the 7th. And there's another one. Oh my. Quite sure what the master plan is here, but if it's catching practice, then they're certainly doing a good job. That's 6 down on 51. And for the second consecutive over from Harry, that's 2 wickets down in the over, so 4 wickets have fallen in Harry Dandapani's 2 overs, and we've still got a ball to come in the 10th, so 6 down. Pumal Karunaratne, number 18 it will be, coming in at 8, and well, he's a national team squad player. Now he can bat. But, some of the previous batters can bat as well, as Vantaa have had a good season thus far. Top 4 at the end of the round robin stage. They will have been pleased with that, but at 51 for 6, then all sorts of trouble here for Pumal and national team colleague Pavan to negotiate now on the next few overs. Dandapani with just 1 left in his second, 4 for 6 figures at the moment. Another one here, and we'll be looking at another extraordinary 5-fer. We've had a few of those in the last few weeks. Dandapani in. That's just padded down back towards the bowler, the vacant short extra cover area. There's no run, and that's the end of the 10th, halfway stage, 51 for the loss of 6 wickets. So that's definitely Empire's first half. Quite sure what Vantaa will be looking at from here. I suspect anything anywhere near, if they can get to 120, then they'll be happy with that in these circumstances. Even that's going to take a fair bit of work from where we're currently at. It's going to have to be left-handed Pavan to see this innings through, and hopefully somebody stay with him. And this situation gives umpire the opportunity to give a 3rd over to part-time off-spinner Padal, who's in to left-handed Pavan. Straight to short extra, no run. He's got a long on cow corner, deep mid, and a extra cover sweeper. Whereas that one is hit back past the bowler. Standard Raz Mohammed throw the ball in off the wrong foot. Return to the bowler from the boundary rope. As Pumal, right-hander, comes back on to strike. Nick Salonen literally at long off right in front of me. Couldn't see where that ball had gone, but went to. Thank you, Nick. Give me a better view. Straight to extra cover. There's no run. Pumal then slaps this next ball between the 2 fields on the offside on the ring, and that's an easy single. As the deep cover point fielder comes round just to keep that to 1. Batters change end, so it's Pavan Kumarapilli again, left-hander, facing Padal. Fuller length. There's another single. Out to long off. This is the sort of cricket that Vantaa needs to be playing now, at least for a couple of overs. Try and push those ones into twos. Nurdle a few overs, 6, 7, 8 and over, just to get the second batter in. Piomal, as Padal floats that one. And they come back for a second, and they manage to throw, not quite quick enough from the extra cover sweeper, but they'll satisfied there for a 2, and that'll be 56 for 6, just 5 off that, the 11th. So left-handed opener Pavan Kumarapeli it is who will face first ball of Dandapani's third over, which is the 12th of the innings. Vantaa somehow needs to avoid losing wickets again in this over, as they've done in the last 2 overs of Dandapani. He's in. This one is going to run away. Is it going to go all the way to the boundary? Fiona manages to cut it off. They're going to come back for 3. Which brings Piomal Shwara Acharige onto strike. Dandapani's in, and that's a fuller length. Is this one straight back at the bowler? No run. Flighted one again from Dandapani. Just dipped on the batter in the last minute. Not quite. There's some full tosses that have taken wickets in the previous couple of overs when they come through for a single. That's tickled around the corner to 10 Taron Sharma it was. Brings Pavan Kumarapeli back on strike. This one is slapped through the cover area in the ring, but there's a sweeper out there, just a single. Brings Piomal back on strike, right-hander. For him, they've got it deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, wide long on, long off, and a point sweeper who manages to come around and keep that one to a single. Subkota, I think it is, out there. By the looks of it. So just the one. Brings Pavan Kumarapeli back on the strike. He's 32 from 35. Plays this one again sensibly along the turf through vacant cover area. There'll be a single just to the sweeper. Ahsan Majid out on the sweeper, cover sweeper boundary to the left-hander. So 63 for the loss of 6. Vantaa do indeed managed to negotiate that over of Dandapani without losing a wicket. Managed to take 7 runs of it as well, so that's a better result for them. Still 4 for 13 is figures off 3 overs. And it looks like again change of bowling we'll see now. 51 Nabin Subkota. Young Nepalese Finn. beats the bat of Pavan, first up. This one slapped out to Salonen, 42. The deep mid-wicket corner boundary, just for one. Brings right-handed Piomal back on strike. Salonen obliges here at long off, not standing right in front of me, so we get a better view of this one. That one's bottom edged past the keeper, past the stumps. Just come for a single. Just missed the woodwork. Subquarter continues. Fuller. Flighted, but just one bounce straight to Arzan Majid out on the deep square leg forward mid-wicket position. And we have a right-hander again facing. Field changes round. Subquarter's in again. Shorter one. This one is again hit pretty much the same place as the previous couple to the right-hander, through the vacant cover area, single to the sweeper. Pardon me. Which again rotates the strike. It'll mean Pavan back to face. Boundary 4, just as I break for a cough. Through mid-off, brings up the end of the over, 71 for the loss of 6. So do we Harry Dandapani to continue his fourth and final over, which is the 14th of the innings, 71 for 6, a score at the end of 13. And this one is hit sufficiently well. I'm just about to say, is this going to go straight down the throat of Salonen at long on? But no, sailed over his head. First 6 of the innings for Vantaa. Piomal getting hold of that one nicely. I did say that we know he can bat, so coming in at 8, somebody needs to put this partnership together with Pavan. Is Piomal going to be the man for that job? Another single. Takes the partnership to 27 from 21 for these two. For the time being, exactly what was needed. It's Pavan. Kumarapeli it is to return to strike, 39 from 40 for him. And that one's hit a couple of bounces over the ring towards the long off fielder. Just come for a single. the Vantaa runs from Pavan Kumarapeli's bat so far this innings. Dandapani's in again. And they'll squeak a little single there. That's just dabbed down to the left hand of Skamans. It is at short cover. Easy run. Brings Pavan back on a strike. 40 of 41 for him and 15 off 12 for Piomal at the other end. As Dandapani continues. Flighted again, and that's edged as Padal come round just to pick that one up in the ring. Just to keep that to a single. And there's one left of Dandapani's spell. Full of ball again, and that's no, they won't come for a single. Fielded well, just on the ring. There's no run, so that'll be the end of the over. Six and 4 singles, so 10 off it. 81 for 6, and Dandapani will finish with figures of 4 for 23. That over from Sabkota, then meaning that the Empire bowlers did manage to get 4 overs between Van and Nabeen as their 5th set of 4. Raz Mohammed will take the next one from the residential end. And I suspect it'll just be seam all the way in from there. Question here of can these two continue with the partnership for Vantaa for the last 6 over the innings? Put something together defendable on the board. You'd say probably at least another 40 from here as the minimum that they need. And from a situation of 56 for 6, 51 for 6 even, sorry. As Mohammed's in. Single off the first. To the left-handed Pavan. This is Rad Mohammed's 3rd over, so he's got another one after this, which will be the 17th. Salinan's got 2 more. Shearer's got 2 more. I think that'll be... There's another Finnair goes overhead as Mohammed's in again, 2nd ball of the over. Playing a miss from Pio Miles, straight through to the keeper O'Brien, no run. Hit straight to Skamans at short mid, wide mid on, I'll call it that. No run, so a good tight start to the 15th from Raz Mohammed. He's in again. Piomal, it's this one, he's got enough on it. I think he has. Yep. Sweeper was too square. I'm going to come around and cut that one off. Went nicely through, extra cover for 4. Couple of bounces. Nice shot from Piomal. She's just finding the ball. out of our view from the left-hand side of the commentary box, but looks like they've got it. And he changed the field. No, maybe the sweeper just coming around a little bit more forward. Long off, backward square, cow corner. This one is hit too. Nathan Collins at short cover. And come through for a one. Well taken single. Brings Kumarapeli back on the strike. He's 42 from 43. And Raz Mohammadi in again. He's full, and that's punched by Pavan. Just forward of the point fielder. That's Dan DePanny, I think it is out there, just take a single. And be the end of the 15th. With the score on 88, so 7 off that one. 88 for the loss of 6 at the end of 15, so 5 overs to go. .37 from 31, this partnership, which is direly needed at 51 for 6. Let's see how far these Vantaa legends can take this in their attempts to post a defendable score here in the Eliminator FPL 2025. It'll be Share to take his 3rd over, the 16th, from the water tower end. And he'll be bowling to Pavan Kumarapeli. Arachige. We have extra cover out on the boundary, long off, long on. And this one is just guided to the point fielder on the ring just for a single. Seems the plan for these two is that Pavan rotates and Piomal will be looking for the boundaries. So right-handed Piomal, field set to him, long on, long off. Point fielders coming squarer. Out on the boundary, and deep cow corner, and the 3rd man on the ring. Those are the 5 fielders out. Maximum number allowed outside of the power play, outside of the inner circle. Shares in. Piomal just decides to dab that one down. It's Skaman's there, it's short extra, just a single. Left-right combination again with these two. Shares in again to left-hander Pavan. Swings and misses. There goes the theory of him taking the singles. It was only the commentator's theory, nothing more than that. A couple of singles and a dot to start this over. They know that they've got to go after the bowling. Start ticking the scoreboard over a little bit more. Pressure's on here. On just down into the short mid-wicket area. Collins it is that comes round to pick that one up. Just a single. A bye. Signal by the umpire. Sumanta. Seeing field adjustments for the right-handed batter, Piomal. Got a deep, still got deep cow corner. Long on, long off. Squirted down the leg side by Shearer. Wide is the call. Third man and deep point is the field here for Piomal. He just plays this one back to Shearer. There's no run. So 1 ball remaining in the 16th. Shearer's typically economical figures thus far. Just 13 off 2.5. So 1 ball to come in his third over. In swing and a miss from Piomal. Just slightly took the pace off there, I think. Deceived him. There was no run. So 13 from 3 from Shearer. And 92 for 6. Just 4 off that one, the 16th. That won't be enough for what Vantaa will be looking to post. They've got 4 overs left. Certainly think they need to be north of 120 from here. And it's going to be Nick Salonen to bowl the 17th. With the score on 92. So Raz Mohammed has gone for 10 off his 3. Amjad Chair 13 of his 3, and Nick Salonen 2 overs 1 for 14 thus far. Excuse me. Bhavan Kumarapelli 45 from 47. It is facing the left-hander. Salonen's in. Swing and a miss through the keeper O'Brien. No run. In again, and that's that thick edge down to the fielder backward point, and Pavan slips in the turning to come back for the second, so they don't complete one, just a single. This brings Piomal, right-handed Piomal, back on strike. Long off, deep extra cover sweeper, and that's straight up. Is anybody underneath that one? Skaman's, it is it? No, he doesn't get underneath it. Swirling around, doesn't manage to get under it, so that just came down safely. Fortunately for Piomal, unfortunately for Salonen. Skaman's without the gloves. Must have deceived him. Didn't pick the flight, perhaps. Anyway, Pavan it is, back on strike. Left-hander opener, 46 from 49 for him. Salonen is in. And there's a squirt of an outside edge on that one. And a good throw from the backward point fielder. And just keep that to a single. Steer that behind square and ended up squirting it out to wide third man. Salon's in again to Piomal. This one is coming in our direction. And just bounces inside the rope. Raz Mohammed misjudging that one here at long off. Should have just stood there and swallowed it, but didn't. Advances, and there's a thick edge on that one. There's no third man. That's going to run away for another 4. So 2 fours to finish the 17th. It brings up the 100 as well for Vantaa. So 2 boundaries, both a little bit fortunate, but they'll have them any way that they can get them at the moment, I think. Vantaa. 103 for 6. So 11 off that one. From Salonen. The 5th ball literally right in front of us here in the commentary box. Long off positioned as he was on the rope, somehow managed to get himself in and then have the ball go over his head and bounce once just inside the rope. Badly misjudging the flight of the delivery. It'll be Share to bowl the 18th, his 4th. Partnership 52 from 43 now, as Share's into Pavan. Plays and misses straight through the keeper. He's not really looked comfortable or fluid throughout the innings, but he's still there. 47 off 50 for him. Fortunately for Vantaa, and his partner Piomal 30 from 23 at the other end. So Share to continue. A slow ball, just floated that one, and there'll be single to long off, coming round to cut that one off. Moves Pavan along to 48. And brings his right-handed partner Piomal back on strike. As we have yet another jet overhead coming into Helsinki Vantaa Airport this evening. Beautiful sun-baked evening here in Kerava. Couldn't ask for nicer cricket weather. Shares in. And Piomal just hits that one straight back at him. No run. 30 from 23 here to Piomal. Good little innings. If he can take it through to the end. Put something defendable here on the board. Shares in. It looks like he's got enough of that one. Yep, certainly has. 6 over cow corner. Just one bounce outside the rope, over the fence and into the ditch. And fielder Raz Mohammed makes a wonderful effort to collect the ball and hits the fence, and it bounces back into the ditch. Well done, fielder. Just love it, protecting the ball. Oops. No doubt the car, as he finds himself going back into the ditch for the second time. Let's see what this one comes back with. The bowlers out there will all love that one. Thank you very much. Umpire's going to have a look. Quite sure whether they've found a different ball or they want to change the ball. Either way, break in play here. The score 110 for 6 off 17.4 overs. Umpire's been given another one, whether that is the right ball. Looks to be the case. I'm not quite sure whether that was another ball that Raz Mohammed placed there earlier or what, but anyway, it seems they have the right one. Out of the ditch. And it'll be Sher to continue with 2 balls left in the 18th. 110 the score. Piomal moving on to 36 from 25. Doing exactly what Vantaa just needed. The fall of the 6th wicket on 51. Managing to put a partnership together now of 59 from 47. Sher's in again. It's a fuller ball. Hits that one out to mid-wicket, and they're going to not come back for a second, just take the one. Brings Pavan back on to strike. So Sher's got 1 ball left in his 4th over. Just gone for 21 so far. Pavan on 48 from 52, back on strike to Sher, who's in. Just a little inside edge on the pad. It's a short mid-wicket, and they come through for a single. A 1-1-2 will be the score at the end of the 18th. And there's going to be 1 left from Salonen, and Raz Mohammed, I think it'll be, that'll take the last. Salonen a bit expensive in his 3rd over. Partnership moves along for 61 from 49 for these two. Pavan and Piomal. Trying to save this innings here for Vantaa Legends. Salonen's in. That's a wide. Salonen's in again, and Pavan just dabs that one down for a single. Taking him to 50 from 54, having opened the innings here for Vantaa. Salonen continue to Piomal. Slow ball. He's just managed to avoid the fielder at short mid. Back to the keeper's end as a bounce, and the keeper doesn't manage to gather. They come back for a second. Piomal moves along to 39 from 27. Great little knot from him here, coming in at 8. Selling in again. Just an inside edge on that, and it'll go past the keeper, and there's no fine leg. Through for 4. Selling trying to do the right thing, but Fuller, there was no cover behind the keeper on the leg side, and that moves the score along to 120 with 9 balls remaining. So, as we said at the end of the 15th, 88 for 6 as they were. Need a strong, fast last 5, and that looks like what they're getting here. Salmon's in again, short. Can't help but think that's probably a better option for him. Quicker ball just short of a length. Everything that's length and full seems to be disappearing, either straight or then backward with edges. Salon in again. Oh no, loses his run up. That's through him. Keeper just manages to stop that one. That'll be single by added to the score. 121 for 6 with 1 left in the 19th. Doesn't manage to time the pull there, Pavan, just floating up too short mid-wicket for a single. They come through for just the 1. 122 for 6, so 10 off that one, into the 19th. So 1 over to go, and as we said at the end of the 15th, if they can get to something around about 130, that's minimum defendable, you would have thought. Even then, as was the case this morning, 130 not proven to be anywhere near enough. From Grady Helsinki, the SKK batters managing to knock that one off with relative ease in the first game today to secure their spot in the final. So, 71 from 55, this partnership, pretty much saving the innings thus far. And it's Raz Mohammed, as expected, it'll be taking the final over to Pavan. Punches that one long gone, and they're going to come back for a second, and they'll make the second. Mohammed's in again and runs him out at the non-strikers. Pavan trying to squeeze a single, doesn't manage to get one, so he'll depart on 53. It's 124 for 7. Madura Hetiaratilage, who will join Piamal as Pavan walks off to a round of applause from his Vantaa colleagues. Well deserved. 53 from 58, his knock. 4 balls to go in the final over. confusion here, as that's what ends up being a dot, as that's edged down just to the wide right hand of the keeper. Piomal, there's this one aerial, and there's underneath it. Somehow manages to drop that one, but expecting that he wasn't going to drop it, and also gets himself run out. So all sorts of shenanigans going on here. A wicket has fallen, in the case it wasn't for the catch, but then ends up being run out. Not quite sure whether that's going to go down as a run completed or beats me. Anyway, Piomal it is who will depart. Another excellent knock, 43, saving the second half of this innings for the Vantaa Legends. We got another run out at the non-striker's end. It's all happening here. There's Raz Mohammed. Takes the ball cleanly and runs out the batter at the non-strikers, who is out without facing. What's that, a diamond duck, is it, I think? For Chanaka Jayasinghe. Doesn't trouble the scorers nor face. This one's hit out to mid-wicket. They come back, or try to come back for an needless second. They don't get one. That'll be run out, so it'll be the same all out, 126. In the final over. So we go from 122 for 6 at the end of the 19th to 126 all out. Vantaa Legends. 127 is going to be the target for the Empire Lions to chase. Do join us again after about 10 minutes for the second innings of the Eliminator here between Vantaa Legends and Empire Lions. We'll come back shortly. Where's my email? Waiting for what? Rod short calling Danny Boy. So it's welcome back for the second innings of the Eliminator between Vantaa Legends and the Empire Lions. The scores on the doors: 126 all out for Vantaa of exactly their 20 overs, so 127 is the target for the Empire Lions to chase. Vanraj Padal, Nathan Collins to open the innings for Empire, and it'll be Piumal, one of the heroes of the Vantaa Legends innings, to manage to get to 126. From the residential end, Piumal will start. So run rate required just above 6.35. Padal plays that one just I was going to say for a single, but they managed to come back for two. Good old Nathan Collins at the non-strikers. That one played down to the deep third man fielder, who I thought initially had returned it quickly enough to get that to a single, but Collins, being Collins, still seems to have some miles left in the legs. Well, back for a second, as well as Padal. Well, we're at it. Two youngsters. Won't go on about average ages for these two. This opening pair for Empire. Opening pair of the ages, you might say. And Piumal's fielders, two fielders out here for the first 6 overs power play. We've got a third man and a point sweeper. And Padal manages to just top edge that nurdle straight to Pavan at short mid. And he's gone second ball. So first wicket down with the score on 2 in the first over. It's going to have to be the Vantaa strategy, see if they can keep nicking away wickets. And then we're given one there. Skamans it is, it'll be in at 3. So 125 is the requirement off 19.4, with now 9 wickets remaining for the Empire Lions. Skipper Skamans joins Nathan Collins, who's not yet faced. In this first over from Piumal Eshwara Acharige. Piumal, a current member of the Finnish Bears men's squad, not quite yet eligible to play for Finland. Will be at the end of October this year. It's slow, deceptive slower ball that Skamans just digs out, and no run. Promising future Finnish Bears all-rounder Piumal, which you saw with the bat there in the first innings, coming in at 8 and pretty much then taking the innings through to almost the end, and has a little bit of whippy pace about him as well with the ball. Deceptive slow ball as well. Good all-round cricketer. That's straight through to the keeper. No run. So 2 is the score still on the doors. Piumal in again. Skamans not picking that one. Just tailing away, missing the off stump, the slow ball. Again, as I was saying, deceptive slow ball he's got, and there's 2 already in this over. And again, a quicker one. Flashes away from Skaman, give him a bit of width, and that's 4. Through point. Six for the loss of 1 at the end of the first. The sun just sufficiently moved further round to the right of the commentary box, now not shining right into the eyes of the lone commentator here at now to Nathan Collins's deep fine leg is where we're placed at the Kerava National Cricket Ground, the residential end, looking out towards the Kerava water tower. And the second over is going to be bowled by Gian Silva, is 43. Not a bowler that I'm too familiar with, so I don't have much to tell you about him. Looks like right down mediums by the looks of it. Oh, just about to say Collins' first ball, and he top edges it back past the bowler, and mid-on fielder slipped underneath it. It was in and then bounced out again, so Collins given a life here. First ball. I'm not quite sure how he managed to. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think it was shelled. Collins gets down to the non-strikers off his first ball. Almost out without troubling the scorers. Skaman plays it, misses at the next one. Just slingy right arm, medium off a few strides. Skaman then just flips that. There is a fielder at deep third man. I was just about to say that's from a boundary, but didn't see the fielder at deep third. He got deep third and a fine leg. The 2 fielders out, so that goes for 2 rather than a boundary 4. With the keeper up, Vantaa, skipper deciding on the 2 fielders behind. Square out on the boundary, fine leg and third man. Silver's in again. This one's fuller. Skaman punches that one through the mid-wicket area. Looks like they managed to cut it off, which they do, and just come back for the second. There's another 2. It was well fielded in the end. I thought that was going to go down the hill and managed to get away from them, but the fielding in pairs managed to cut it off just before it went over the boundary rope. Short over length, well taken by keeper Chanaka. Surprise quicker one, just wondering about that for height, but anyway, it's the end of the over. And thereabouts. Anyway, 11 is the score for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of the second. Skamans and Collins, the 2 batters at the wicket currently. And it will be Piomal Eshwara Acharige to continue from the residential end, his second over. He'll be bowling to Empire Legends bat Nathan Collins. 1 from 1. Top edge lucky to survive 1 at that as well. Let's see how he goes here. Down the leg side, that's a wide. Signal by umpire Debashish. In again. Collins manages to clip this one round the corner, and they'll come back for a second. Just a deep backward square. Piomal in again. Oh. Deceived him with the slower one, the edge not going to hand. Fortunate again there, Collins. Just avoiding the fielder at what's that? It's sort of a backward point and a deep gully just on the ring, the two of them. They come through for a 1, which brings Skamans on the strike. Piomal in again. On the legs, and this one is clipped nicely. Deep square boundary for 4 for Skamans. That's his second boundary. Moves him along to 12 from 10. Piomal just straying there with his line. No fielder out there. Two fielders out to Skamans, deep third man and deep point. Played back bowler just gets a hand on that. The mid-off fielder then doing the rest. There's no run. Skamans hits that one to Pavan, the fielder. It is at mid-on. No question about there not being a run. Comes through easily enough. Keeper Chanaka, I think, thought it was the end of the over, went back, collect his helmet, then realised it wasn't, still want to come. Back in position, Piomal's in. That was played nicely past the cover fielder, and it's got enough on it. It's a classic extra cover nudge from Collins, timed it beautifully for 4. rolling back the years there with that one. Lovely shot. 24 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of the third. Just over pitching slightly there, Pure Mal, and Collins timed it absolutely beautifully, just to bisect the two fielders who were on the ring, and no chance of stopping it as soon as it had pierced them. So moves him along to 8 from 4. This game is 13 from 12. 103 off 17 is the target, which now is just at a run rate required of marginally 6. Above 6, 6.06. Fourth over continues from Silva. This game is then gets enough bat on it, and I won't run away. I was going to say it looks like it was going to ride for 4, but it didn't really get complete hold of it, but enough on it just to float above the head of the mid-on fielder in the ring. But he then manages to draw it in just for 2. That's too short. This game is then just pulls on. Swivel pull, easy runs. Ball at that pace, at that length. And expect anything else, and there's no cover out there on the square boundary. So free runs, really. Not what the Vantaa legend skipper will be looking for. The third man fielder stays in the same place, but fine leg has now moved to backward square leg, almost as if an appeal for run out, and there's too much going on in terms of appealing and not enough focus on the ball, which gives the chance to Empire Lions to come back. Certainly looked as though Collins has got his bat down, and whilst all the Vantaa players appealing, nobody looking at where the ball was. The Empire batters jog through for a second. Which brings Skamans back on strike. Full toss, dispatched. Whether he's not quite timed that again, but I think it's probably going to go. It didn't. Beg your pardon. Just 2. This game is just looking in the direction of the square leg umpire, whether that was above waist height, but I think it probably just dipped on him in the end. Fuller ball, and there's a peel. Going down, I think, from here. Difficult to say at this angle, at deep fine leg. And certainly from the angle of delivery, wide of the crease. And that's wide. There was only one way that that ball was going, and that was way down leg side, missing the next set. Adjustment too far, and then a wide outside the off. Serving again, Silva. Dubbed down by Skamans to the fielder at deep third man. Come through for an easy single. That'll be the end of the fourth. 36 for the loss of 1 wicket. So just creeping ahead here at the equivalent stage. Vantaa after 4 overs was 23 for the loss of 2 wickets, 36 for 1. Empire here. Those runs the last couple of overs mean that 91 of 16 is now below 6, so 5.69 the run rate required for Empire here this evening. What is a beautiful evening. Still 7 sunny weather, 21-22 degrees, perfect cricket weather you could say. Music in the stands. You've got fans off to the right, fans off to the left in the terrace. Hopefully we'll see more down for the finals weekend 2 weeks from now. Change of bowling. Hamza Mohammed it is. To bowl the 5th. The old warrior. Taken lots of wickets this season with his right arm. Right arm. Slow medium, should we say. There we go. This goes for 2. First ball. Wouldn't really call it offies, wouldn't call it medium, just plops it there on a length. And, quite a lot of people have managed to get themselves out to it this season. The number of wickets that he's managed to take. Here he's in now to Skamans, who gets enough on that one to beat the ring fielders. And looks as though they're going to get enough on it to stop the boundary, but Collins quickly back for the 3rd. Still in the power play as we are, so there was no cover fielders out. You got a long off and a long on, or had. Looks as though they might be making a change. Long off is coming into the ring, Piomal. Is the other fielder going to go out? Or are we not going to have another fielder out? Nope, only the one fielder out of the ring at the moment. That's interesting. Collins just plays that one straight back to the bowler. So 9 fielders inside the ring. Collins aims to get it past the point fielder on the ring, doesn't manage to do so, there's no run. So in again. Collins plays a similar shot to the previous ball, same result, this time just backward of point. Straight to the fielder, no run. So Washim Mohammed keeping it relatively tight last couple of balls. In again to Collins, who this time plays the ball through square leg. There's a bounce just short of the fielder who doesn't manage to stop the ball, and that runs away to the square leg boundary for 4. This brings up the end of the 5th. 45 for the loss of 1 wicket. So 9 off that one. First over from Amir Hamza Warsha Mohammed, to give his full name. So 9 off, 45 for 1. Vantaa with 25 for 2 at the end of the 5th. So Empire Legends game it is at the moment here. 82 required of 15 at just shy of 5.5 and over, with 9 wickets in the shed. Change of bowling from the water tower end. It'll be Madura Hetiarachilage. There we go. We were saying that one. Another bowler that's been around a while for Vantaa. Right arm medium. Skamans just plays that one out. There's no run. This one, Skamans then gets enough wood on that and it's straight over. A cover fielder in the ring for 4. A couple of bounces into the boundary fence. Skamans moves along to 33 from 22. Taking it to the Vantaa Legends bowlers here. The last ball of the last over of the power play. Trying to make sure that they really do dominate from here. The umpire batters move on to 49 for the loss of the 1 wicket. Padal in the first over. There's Madura's in again to Skamans. Plays that one again through backward point region. There is an outfielder out there. That's Pavan. Just a bit of a fumble. Doesn't manage to take it cleanly, and that's 2 runs. The 50 up for the Empire Lions. In the 6th. Skamans just taps that one out. To the extra cover fielder, 99, Ravi Kahingala. No run. Skamans just shuffled across, premeditated, and that this time has got enough on it, I think. Or is he not? No, it hasn't actually. I thought that was timed well enough, but no, just a 2. I suspect both Skamans and Collins were thinking the same. That was going to run away for 4, but anyway, fielder just manages to drag it back. The cow corner's now moved out to exactly where that ball went. Skamans now hits the other side of it, him, and times it better than the previous shot. And there's another boundary 4 to bring up what is the end of the power play, 57 for 1, so they'll take another 12 off that over. Dominating here, Empire batters well ahead of the rate required. It's another 4 to finish off what ended up being quite clearly Empire Lions power play. 57 for the loss of Padal. 70 required now of 14, which is exactly 5 and over. Signalling the end of the power play by umpire Debashish Roy. And it'll be Hamsavarsha Mohammed to continue, take his second over from the residential end. And he'll be bowling to Nathan Collins, who hits this one straight at the fielder at mid-off. He's got enough on it to break the hands of the fielder, number 18, Piomal Karunaratne, at mid-off. He should have taken that though. It was hit well, but straight at him. You can't help but feel that there's a couple of chances that Vantaa have put down here this evening, and there's absolutely no room whatsoever in this score that they're defending to drop anything. Skamans hits that one straight to extra cover just inside the ring. There's no run. Skamans give that a little bit more long handle treatment, and there's a point fielder that slips in the outfield, and they'll come back for an easy 2. There have been a few slips in the outfield this afternoon. Not quite sure what footwear these guys are using, but the outfield is not that juicy. But anyway, Continuing to Skamans. You get something on that? Two byes is the score. I didn't think so. Two wides probably should have been the call, I think. Looks at that. Nothing on it. They're way down the leg side. Past the batter, past the keeper. Anyway, byes is the signal. Skamans continues. It's that well, and there's... I was going to say, no, there wasn't a fielder, but there is a fielder out there at wide long on, just a single. It is the end of the power play, but doesn't seem to have set their field back. Yeah, they've only got the two fielders out. Not quite sure what Vantaa are doing here. As power play is over. We're in the 7th, and they're chasing leather, and they've only got two men out. Not quite sure whether skipper's got everything under control here. Anyways, another two. This will be the end of the 7th. 65 for the loss of one. 36 for two. Vantaa were at the end of the 7th over. Strange field placings there, defending the small total that they have. There are two fielders out. Not sure whether they realised power play was done or not. But anyway, let's see. That field is going to be set now. Skamans it'll be to face. Change of bowling. It's going to be Madawa Basnayaka. Right arm leg spin to bowl to Jonathan Skamans. Who plays that one out to the cover fielder on the ring, no run. So we've got a deep backward square leg, deep mid wicket. Skamans, does he get enough on this one? Fielder managing to juggle it and takes it on the second attempt. So Skamans departs. 44 with the score on 65 for the loss of the second wicket. Second ball of Madawa Basnayaka's over. It's O'Brien that'll come to the crease at 4. 62 runs required off 12.4 overs at just shy of 5, 4.83 and over. So that's a good knock from Skamans to put an umpire here in the driving seat. So catch held was Madura Hitiarachilagi, who was the juggling fielder. So national team leg spinner to national keeper bat Jordan O'Brien will be the next scenario we face. O'Brien just punching that one into the ground to the cover fielder. We've got a long on cow corner and a deep point the field, so they've only got 3 out, as it looks to me. I don't see anybody down here. No, there's nobody down here at third man to the right of the commentary box. I'm just bringing a slip in. This one left alone by O'Brien. Flighted from Madawa. There's no run. That'll be a wicket maiden here in the 8th. Don't see too many of those in T20 cricket. 65 for the loss of 2 at the end of the 8th over. So great first over there for Madawa Basnaka. No runs of it, and just the 1 wicket. It'll be Collins next to face, 15 from 10. Skaman's having taken most of the strike during their partnership. And it'll be Hamza or Shah Mohammed to continue from the residential end. It's going to be his 3rd over, 2 overs, none for 15, currently his figures. Collins, I suspect we're looking to get after him again. Just looking at the field, we've got a sweeper, cover sweeper out, we've got a deep mid-wicket. Collins trying to just pierce that gap in the offside, and we've got a long on. So just the 3 fielders out here is the continued strategy for Vantaa. Collins is trying to pierce that offside field again, doesn't manage to do so. Straight to point fielder. So Vantaa bowlers trying to apply some pressure here. There's a maiden over and then 2 dots in the next over thus far. Collins then this time, however, does manage to pierce the offside inner ring field for a single to the sweeper on the deep cover boundary. Gets him off the strike and brings Jordan O'Brien to face his first delivery from Hamza or Shah Mohammed. From the residential end. Oh dear, he's going to say hit this well, straight to the mid-off fielder, who manages to make a mess of it right between his legs. Pureman, I think it was. Maybe just done by the bounce as the ball came towards him, didn't get his body behind it, straight between the legs. And that's 4. Just releasing the pressure there that the Vantaa bowlers were trying to assert. So we have mopeds, we've got jets, we've got all sorts going past here, the ground in the background. O'Brien slices that one, but he, fortunately for him, just sliced it over the inner ring, but not get enough on it for the sweeper fielder to catch. Comes down with a couple of bounces for a single. That'll be the end of the 9th. .71 for the loss of 2 after 9. So 56 required off the remaining 11 overs, which has just crept above 5 again, 5.09 the run rate required for the Empire batters. 6 off that one, so 3 overs for 21 for Washir Mohammed. And it'll be Madawa Basnaka to continue. O'Brien leaves that one. For the 1. And that's put away by O'Brien through mid-wicket for 4, a couple of bounces. There's only 1 fielder out there at Cowcorn. He wasn't going to cut that one off. we've got cow corner long on and a deep point. So again, persisting with the 3 outfielders. Slightly quicker one, but a wide, signalled by umpire Samantha. O'Brien trying to paddle that one away through the leg side, but no run. It's more flight on this one. O'Brien hits it. Another fumble at mid-off from Pavan, so there was no question about there being a run out. Could have been if he'd attacked the ball and taken a cleaning, but he didn't manage to do so. So it ends up being an easy single. Collins, here's the next one. Through him. He's struggling along here. 16 from 13 thus far. More flight. Collins just bats that one straight back to the bowler. To bring up the end of the 10th. 77 the scores on the doors. 6 off that over again. Same as the previous. 77 for 2 at the end of 10. It's 50 exactly. The requirement from the remaining 10 overs. Even I can figure that one out. At 5 and over. And it'll be, the looks of it, yep, it's going to be Washa Mohammed to bowl out. Take the 11th. That one is played out to the deep mid-wicket fielder by O'Brien. There'll just be a single. He moves on to 11 from 12. Collins back on strike, who is 16 from 15. Swing and a miss and a wide as well. All in one. Debashish Roy, the umpire, putting the arms out for the signal. Collins then hits this one straight to 99 Ravi Kahingara, skipper, at short extra in the ring. There's no run. And he's hit this one well enough, Collins. And it is signalled 6 by umpire Debashish. There was a man out there, but cleared him. Wouldn't say it was the most cultural shot he's ever played, but anyway, 6 in the book, that's all that matters. There's a more Collins type shot through point. Think about coming back for a second, decide against it on the misfield. Just 1. So Collins moves on to 23 from 18, brings O'Brien back onto strike for what will be. And O'Brien going for aerial. Does he get enough on it? I don't think he does, but avoids the fielder, so they'll come back for a second. Pavan, I think it is, out there, who was at regular deep mid rather than cow corner, and too far round for long on to cut that one off, so they come through for an easy 2. So last ball of the spell here from Marsha Mohammed, and O'Brien doesn't get. Oh, and they put him down. My word. Was that the 3rd drop of the evening? I was just about to say, as O'Brien just top edges it straight into the hands of the cover fielder. The 2 fielders out there confusing perhaps each other. Anyway, end result being another drop. O'Brien lives another day, and Washir Mohammed's spell finishes 89 for 2 off 11, and his figures none for 33 from 4. So 38 now required off 9, just above 4 and over. And as was said earlier, all the catches need to be taken, and that's 3 that I can remember that Vantaa have put down here. None of them particularly difficult, as to say. Catches win matches yet again, and not taking those catches looks like being the problem for Vantaa this evening. So that's Basnaika short and pulled away by O'Brien to the deep cow corner fielder for 2. As Madawa continues with his third over of the evening. It's been quite economical so far. O'Brien then doesn't time this one either. Has he got enough on it? No, he hasn't. Well, not enough on it from a fielder's perspective to be down his throat, which didn't look as though he was too interested in trying to make a magic catch out there at cow corner boundary. Anyway, O'Brien comes back for 2. Madawa then pulls that leggy down outside off for a wide. Full of 1. O'Brien then punches that past the extra cover fielder. Sweeper just coming round to keep that to a single. Brings Collins back on strike. Change of field to him. The deep square leg. He moved out, so deep square leg, cow corner, long on. And a point boundary fielder. 4 fielders out at the moment for Collins, who plays this one just a backward point, no run on the ring. Floated. Collins just dabs that one out through the vacant mid-on region for an easy single. Last ball now of the 12th. Madawa Basnaika to O'Brien. He plays that also just to backward point, no run. End of the over, 96 for the loss of 2, 7 off. 7 off that one, so 31 required off 8 overs. Which, unless something drastic happens here, the way Vantaa are not taking the catches as well, I can't imagine that one winner of this game currently. Anyway, change of bowling. It'll be Pumal who will come back on from the residential end for the 13th over. His third, I think it'll be. Yep, 2 overs, 1 for 19. So far, his figures. From the residential end, as the sun gradually starts to set to the right of the commentary box. Still lovely weather, plenty of light around, no issues in that regard either. It's Pumal in. Dead ball. Some banter between the Finnish Bears players out there in the middle. A little bit of a mankad in question. And Collins then pumps that one out to mid-wicket, straight to the field. There's no run. Cleanly taken. Just pick that one off middle. And Peelman in again for Collins. Slow ball. He picked that one, I think, this time. Just dabs it down. There's no run. No risk really needed here either. Less than 4 and over required. And only 2 wickets down. Umpire batter's can afford to just wait for the odd loose ball or then push the odd single. Take it home from here relatively easily. Peelman in again. Collins just guide that one down to the left of backward point fielder. Easy single. Moves him along to 25 from 23. O'Brien 19 from 18. Now on strike. O'Brien punches this one to mid-on fielder on the ring. Easy single. So Collins back on strike, 25 from 23 for him. And Peelman is trying here to give something. Get Vantaa back into this. Down the leg side though, that's another wide. That's not what the doctor ordered. Another extra onto the score. For the loss of 2 wickets with 2 balls remaining in the 13th. Peelman's in again. Collins then just trying to dig that fuller ball out. And go through for 4. Just bottom edged it past, squirted past the leg stick and squirted enough to go all the way down to the boundary for a fortunate boundary 4. Brings up the 100 as well for the umpire lines, 103 for 2 with 1 ball left in the 13th. Collins just guiding that one into a vacant short square leg area for another easy single, and that brings it the end of the 13th over. 104 for the loss of 2. 71 for 6. Vantaa were at the end of the 13th, so there's no question here as to who are running away with this game, the way things are currently positioned. Just 23 required now off the last 7 overs at just above 3 and over. And it'll be Madhawa Basnayaka to finish his spell this evening. 3 overs, 1 for 13. His figures then so far, tidily enough, but not enough in this situation. So Collins now facing. We've got deep square. Cow corner and long on, and deep square it is. It has to have to come all the way round to fine leg to field that one. There's 2 runs as Collins just dabs that round the corner to the vacant backward square area. for an easy 2. Floated up by Baznayaka, and that's again easily played off his legs. For 1 to the fielder coming round, feels that one well, just keeps it to a single. But no pressure really here on the Empire Lions batters. Leg side field set back. O'Brien just chips that one. Nothing shot really, but he gets away with it again. It just comes down in between fielders. Gets away down the other end. To the non-strikers, and that's Baznayaka continues again to Collins. It's this one sweetly enough. There's been enough on it. I don't think he has, but it's a sweet shot over the bowler, wide of long off, and they come back for 2. And a repeat, the fielder's just come in this time, and it goes straight over his head, over wide. I'm quite sure why that fielder wasn't out on the boundary at long off, but anyway, he wasn't. And straight over his head for on 1 bounce 4. Collins trying the reverse sweep. Get funky at the end of the last ball of the 14th from Baznayaka, so he'll finish with 1 for 23 from his 4 quota and 114 for 2, so 10 off that one. Empire Lions then pretty much taking this home with ease. 13 required now off the last 6 overs, just above 2 and over. See whether they'll do it in this next one. Will be Piomal to bowl the 15th, his last one. 3 overs, 1 for 27 so far. O'Brien it is who's facing. Premeditating something, not quite sure what there, but O'Brien doesn't manage to make any contact. Remains on 21 from 21. Squared it out through square leg and come back for, well, I was going to say they were looking to come back for a second, but fielded well enough, just keep it to 1. Collins it is to face. He's on 39 from 30, Piomal in. Full ball, cleanly hit, but straight to the point fielder, who takes that cleanly. There's no run. Collins is there's another misfield. Neither fielder's putting their name on it, and as a result, neither fielder really looking though that they wanted to take it. It Hamza Mohammed and Sasindu Mujamuni out here at mid on, mid off respectively. Just came down in between the 2 of them. As O'Brien guides that one just backward a point, but the clean take from the fielder. There's no run. There'll be one ball left of the 15th. Just the 2 off it then so far. Appeal, and the finger is raised. So O'Brien departs. LBW with 116 the score on the board. Yeah, pretty much right in front. Came across his stumps. So 116 for 3 at the end of the 15th. It's the second wicket for Piomal, which is the last ball of his spell. So 4 overs, 2 for 29, his figures this evening. Salonen 42 it is, who's coming in at 4. With 11 runs required off the remaining 5 overs. He'll join Nathan Collins. 40 from 32. And we'll have another change of bowling from the water tower end. It's Nalaka Mahoti, I think. Number 7 on the shirt of Mahoti. Nalaka Hangamue Mahoti, to give him his full name. And it'll be Collins is facing. Nice little slow low down mediums. That's just paddled around the corner for 4 from Collins to bring them closer to the target. Just 7 more needed. All the time in the world to just step back and play that one over his shoulder past the keeper. There's nobody here at deep fine leg. 4 as soon as left the bat. He's in again. Collins then edges this one. That looks like it's going to run away as well on the fielder. No, it's quicker down this end of the field it seems. That's another boundary 4 to Collins. Now finishing this off pretty quickly here now. Moves him to 48. And the score to 124, just 3 left needed. It's that one to the left of backward point fielder, just for a single. Moving him to 49. Salonen to face the first ball. His colleagues telling him that Nathan Collins is a 49 not out at the other end. Not quite sure whether he'd be bothered about that. Just hit 2 runs and leave the field. Thank you very much, I suspect. There we go. And my suspicions were proved correct. They'll come back for 2, and that'll be the game. For some reason they're running a 3rd. I'm not quite sure why. But anyway, they run 3 and only needed 2, so it's game over. Here in the 15th. What ended up being a relatively easy outing for the Empire batters. So victory by 7 wickets with best part of just over 4 overs to spare, which means that unfortunately for the Vantaa Legends, their season ends here. As we said, this is the Eliminator, so Empire Lions will continue to play the loser of the qualifier 1 from this morning, which was Greater Helsinki. So 2 weekends from now we'll see the qualifier 2, which will be Empire Lions against Greater Helsinki, playing off for a spot against SKK in the FPL final. Please do join us then. Thank you for your company this evening and have a wonderful night.